Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another first impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Sacred 3 for the PlayStation 3. This title was sent to me by Ecoplay Portugal so that I could give it a look and tell you guys my opinions on it. So exactly what is Sacred 3 all about? Well, it is essentially a hack and slash type game with some RPG elements to it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it an action RPG since it essentially most of your character upgrades come in the form of you actually purchasing those upgrades through in-game currency as opposed to, finding loot and the typical RPG way, so to speak, which is why I think of it more as an hack and slash, and the RPG elements are like an upgrade system for each of your characters as opposed to actually, gathering loot and so on and so forth. So let's get this started. In case you guys are wondering, I'm just going to cycle through the available characters that you can create. There's not any character customization at the very start of the game. As a matter of fact, I'm not entirely sure there's a lot of character customization apart from selecting like the skills that you're going to be using and stuff like that. All of your characters are also already named. Like for instance, you can play as Marak, the Safiri warrior, Vajra, the Kukuri archer, Claire, the Seraphim Paladin, and Alethea, the Ankarian Lancer. Now, for the purpose of this video, we're going to be playing with the Ankarian Lancer. I have a character already created so that I can show you guys something a little bit more advanced than just like, the tutorial levels and stuff of that particular nature. Each of the characters has its own background as well as a description of their combat style. Usually you would see me play something like the Safiri Warrior because I tend to go for the brute melee type of characters, but I thought I'd do something different this time around and I went with the Lancer, the Ankarian Lancer here, who is more about, dodging stuff from range and just not really that much range, but it's like she's got a little bit more reach than the other melee characters. So yeah, there's that to it. I also believe that you will either unlock a character as you play, or it might even be released as future DLC. I'm not sure, but the trailer showed that there would also be a mage, and I don't see any mages here yet. So either that's going to be DLC, which wouldn't really make a lot of sense, or it's probably going to be unlocked. I'm assuming at this point in time that that other character will eventually be unlocked, but again, not 100% sure. So I'm going to load up my character here, Alethea, so that I can show you guys a little bit of the game's map and the customization that you guys can do. So if you guys look here, this game is clearly optimized to be played in co-op, so bear that in mind as we play through this title. As a matter of fact, all of my experience with the game has clearly told me that this game was designed and intended to be played with a party of at least 2 players. 4 players will probably be even more fun. As a matter of fact, I would even say that if you are considering purchasing this game for solo play, not entirely sure how advisable that would be. Now, if you guys go into the mission selection screen, just to get an idea of how many missions we have, we start over here at Helios, and then we can go to Vorios. We have a couple of side missions here in Hidden Grotto and Lady's Rest, and then we've done Peleus Harbor, and there are a lot more missions that you can do. There's also a portal here, which I'm not exactly sure where this portal leads, but there is a bunch of stuff that you can do as you progress through the game. As you guys can see here, there are a lot of levels. Now, the main issue with it is that a lot of these levels are really heavy when it comes to repetition. Yes, this title does suffer a little bit from repetition, which is something that you kind of expect from these titles. But on this title, I feel that it's a little bit worse than on others. But anyways, before we move on, let me just show you guys, well, actually no, let's just move on and then I will show you guys the upgrade system and whatnot, because getting into details about the upgrade system of your character before you even see the character in motion doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. Let me, however, just do something quick because I'm not sure if I switched something or not. Yeah, I did. Okay. Whoa. That was a little bit too fast. Sorry about that. And let's go into Shadar Cage. Now, before each mission, there's going to be a slight cinematic, like 2D images scrolling through of like giving you an introduction of the mission as well as some dialogue. I'm going to let that play out because I don't think that this is particularly heavy on spoilers. At least I personally don't consider it that heavy on spoilers. So let's play that out.
A place of darkness. In our culture, we honor such places by shrieking and cowering in fear. Out of respect, what do you do?
We go inside.
To each his own.
This is the Shadar Cage, Zane's labor camp. That General Zeptic established it above the cursed ruins of Shadar Nur.
Looks homey.
You don't understand. All the civilian prisoners from Helios were brought there. If only I hadn't been such a huge noob in Helios, they wouldn't be there forging weapons that will kill their loved ones.
By the sunlight that makes me squint, they could be my loved ones!
We're gonna get them back. If you can infiltrate the Shadar Cage and open the gates, the Resistance can storm in.
And everyone will be free to do what they want, like beating the Helios out of Zane. So be careful. Oh, balls! Stop him! That was real. Keep an eye out. Once they hit their bell, it'll be Monster City. Think you can trigger the main gate switch on the download?
Okay, so something that I would like to mention about the voice acting is it's not that great, which again just reinforces the idea that this game should be played with other players, because if you're with your friends, you can almost make fun of the voice acting, since it is really not that great, and in some points I would even say cringe-worthy. Now let's go ahead and interact with this to open up that gate. I haven't really played through this level yet.
Now our troops can head in, while you reach the cell blocks. Oh, I wish I could be there to save people.
Who unfurled the gate? All troops concoct an attack. We are under alert.
I'd like to be under something else, if you know what I mean.
So yeah, I have this spirit, which is it's a part of your character's like skill set. You can have a spirit attached to you, and the spirit that is attached to my character is constantly flirting with my character, since she's a female and all that. So yeah. Oh wow, we're actually taking quite the beating here. What's up with these dudes? Lots of damage going on here. I would very much like to get a little bit of health. Okay, there's a little bit of health here. Let's pick that up real fast. We're currently playing in normal difficulty, and to be completely honest, I would actually advise you guys to play in the harder difficulties, because the normal difficulty seems to be rather easy most of the time. I mean, the reason why I'm struggling a little bit here is because I'm just, whoa, okay, we can do the power move. The reason why I'm struggling a little bit here is because I'm trying to do commentary whilst playing, and this game can get quite hectic, because normally, in normal difficulty, I can just storm through this place, no issues. Well, not this place necessarily, but most of the other levels that I've done so far. So let's go ahead and kill this dude. This dude is actually an elite. You usually don't get elites this early in levels. Let's go ahead and hack and slash our way through here. If you notice on the upper left section, that will be your energy bar and everything associated with it. You'll notice that there is something referencing R1, which is this attack, which is pretty damn beefy, as you guys can see. And there's another thing referencing L1. Ooh, execute. Get smacked. There's another thing referencing L1, which is this attack, which is slightly different. My L1 attack is essentially designed to stun enemies with shields and whatnot, which is its main uses. And the R1 attack is like my main damage dealer at this point. You can also grab enemies and throw them against each other using triangle. You can dodge using circle. You attack using X. And you have a special ability called a bash. Every character has this ability by pressing square. And bash, you can do it like this, or you can charge it up a little bit, and you can actually thrust it forward and it will deal more damage, as well it is going to increase its range. Bash is also the ability designed to guard break enemies that come with shields. You will see every now and then some enemies pop up that have shields above their heads. Those enemies, you will have to shield bash them before you actually have a chance to damage them. Otherwise, they're going to be blocking most of your attacks, and it's going to be very inefficient. Now, you will get a lot of voice acting as you are playing through these missions. If you notice a character popping up on the lower right corner called Arya, she is like your GPS lady. She's constantly telling you, oh, go here, oh, do this, oh, this is what you got to do, and whatever. So she is going to be constantly talking. And like I said, the voice acting is not... Whoa!
Watch out for the traps.
Is not necessarily the best. Let's go ahead and activate that. A couple of traps there. Hadn't seen a whole lot of traps before. And there we have it. These guys are the shielded ones. We'll have to shield break them using either the bash attack, or we can also use the L1 skill, which I haven't tested it out that much yet. This is the first level I'm actually using it. These dudes also do these nasty spells that you gotta be careful with. Every now and then you will see something pop up saying execution. Executions will give you additional resources. You will notice that I'm picking up these orbs from the ground. If you are picking up yellow orbs, they will recharge your special attacks, or the L1 and R1 attacks that I mentioned previously. If you pick up green orbs, they will recharge your health. As you play through the game, you will also gain levels for your character. As you gain levels, you will unlock new things like new weapons, maybe new armor. New upgrades become available when you go to the lobby screen, which is after each mission, and so on and so forth. But most of your abilities will come from using money to upgrade your character in the lobby screen. So you will not be picking up any loot as you go through the level, apart from gold. Currently our objective is to turn this wheel 6 times. So we got to avoid those traps, and every single time we turn the wheel, more enemies will show up. Come on. I'm going to do 2 wheel turns to get even more enemies in here. This is only normal difficulty, so we should be able to manage it. Damn it, stop spinning at me, you bastard. Lots of damage going off here. Let's pick up this dude. Well, I would pick up that dude, but eventually he died. Let's move away. And we leveled up, also gained full life again. We are now level 6. Good stuff, because that's going to unlock some more upgrades for us.
Use the wheel or our people will never get out of here.
Yeah, I know, I gotta use the wheel.
Yay! Our troops are helping the ones you freed. Keep doing what you're doing.
No! What is perspiring? Who wound up my toys? Halt!
So let's go through here. Once again, turn the wheel. We have 2 more turns to go. I mean, I hate it when they start spinning like that, because they actually deal a significant amount of damage. Whoa! Let's interact with the wheel again, because why the hell not? Hack and slash our way through these dudes using a special attack. There was a little bit of an execution there that I could have done and I didn't do. And we're pretty much out of specials at this point. This is actually getting pretty bad. I'm going to pop a potion. You use potions by pressing up on the D-pad. You will notice that up on the D-pad will show that we have a potion available.
Wheel for the children. All right, there are no children, but use the wheel.
Enjoy. I know I am.
You freed them, and they'd thank you too if they weren't fleeing for their lives. Now, let's close down that weapon facility.
Free? I gave them everything free. Food, smelter, employment, and this is the platitude I get?
Yeah, like I said, sometimes, most of the time, the voice acting is not that amazing. In terms of challenge, the game is pretty challenging in the harder difficulties. Like I said, not necessarily in the difficulty that I'm playing right now. Like I said, I'm also just playing this difficulty so that I can do the commentary. In terms of graphics, I would have to say that I struggle a little bit to say that the graphics are that great, because there were several opportunities where I have seen the game struggle to maintain the frame rate, which, to be completely honest, I mean, the game doesn't look that amazing to begin with. Sure, it looks acceptable, it looks good enough, but it doesn't look impressive enough to be, like, struggling to maintain at least 30 frames a second, which has happened quite a few times, and it's been quite frustrating. Also, we found a treasure chest here. Let's pick that up. But the best thing that you pick up in terms of treasure is, like I said, gold, so that you can then invest in upgrading your weapons, your armor, and your skill set. I will be showing you guys all of the upgrades when we finish this particular mission. Let's go through here. We got this crossbow dude trying to shoot us down. Sorry, you are not going to be doing any of that, my good sir. We got a couple of shield dudes. Good. I needed to test my L1 skill, which I still haven't tested. Oh wow, super shield break. That was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and start hacking these dudes to death, because they are very, very dangerous with their nasty, nasty spells. Lots of AoE, lots of confusion going on. We got an execution here. Pop. Execution is just pressing L2 whenever that pops up on screen. Lots of people in the middle of the screen. That happens a lot of times. Like, there's going to be complete chaos. Wow, this is even more than I'm used to. It's a good thing that I practiced this level before recording the video, huh? Live commentary, people. The dangers of live commentary. Let's hack through these orcs.
Was it good for you too?
That is, again, the mage that is associated with me.
Now for the hard part. Destroying a factory inside a mountain.
Seems easy enough. So if I banged on this... I was just wondering if I could call additional monsters by banging on that bell, considering that supposedly the dudes with the hammers, if they bang the gong, they would summon more people. These yellow things are essentially checkpoints. If you die at any point in your mission, you will return to that checkpoint, and you will lose 20% of the gold that you've earned so far, because like I told you guys, the most important thing that you can get throughout these levels in terms of progression is gold. Therefore, that is the penalty that they place upon you whenever you happen to die. Get the hell away from me with your little whirlwind of doom attack. And we need to get rid of those furnaces, otherwise I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get out of here. I'm going to do my special here. Holy crap, come here. I just tossed that guy into the furnace. Oh, this is not looking too good. We're taking a lot of damage. Whoa, lots of fire going off as well. Is that going to be a thing from now on? I don't like that at all. Yep, looks like it will be. Oh, we just rolled right on top of one of those. Actually, we have bombs there that we could have used. No! Run away! Yep, we're gonna die. It's terrible. Now, once you die, you're actually given a chance to use a potion, which will bring you back to life. Now, the problem with using a potion at this point in the level is that when you get to the boss, you're not going to have any potions available, which is obviously not a good thing. Because most of these levels, at the very end, they will have a boss for you to fight. Damn, these guys are frustrating. Let's execute this. Okay, I need to really get to that furnace. I'm not sure if there are more of those explosive things. Nope. And let's use our special attack and break through it. It's just you don't get a lot of time at these furnaces. Are you quite done, sir? Spinning around like a friggin' maniac. Okay, get rid of that guy. We still have the crossbow dude over there. There we go.
What? Oh, I hope you exfoliated the flames.
Exfoliate.
Damn, you're not the only thing on fire. Get out of there. Someone needs your help.
You're making me hot.
The dude always flirting with you. Okay. This dude's gonna be a problem. Dodge that. I need to get him out of there. 'Cause, I mean, fighting in those flames is not a good idea. Okay, dodge that. Okay, we can now do the power move. That is essentially draining health from him, is what I take. And it also maintains him restrained, which again is one of those things that if you're solo, it's not going to give you that much of an advantage. But if you're in co-op, obviously, it's going to give you a huge advantage, because if an enemy is standing still, everybody else can just beat on it to no end. Now, I do believe that this would be the proper way to go to. We'll have to break down these barriers here to allow us to proceed onwards. We can also go through here, break all this stuff, get some more health. So all in all, my general impressions of the title up until this point is that it is a pretty fun title, but again, it does tell me that it's like, this is a title that was totally designed with multiplayer in mind, co-op in mind, not really designed for you to play with single player, because sure, it's fun, but it is definitely not at its best, I would have to say. Now, what does concern me is if I still see the game every now and then struggle for the frame rate. I mean, I can only imagine what will happen once you actually get like 4 players on screen and all the chaos that is going to generate. What's this? We have to do more 6 wheel turns, and in comes the repetition I told you guys about. Break through here. Kill that dude. Oh crap, there's a ton of mages there. Actually, it's just one. Execute. I love doing execution. It's a lot of fun. Although it's not that rewarding almost to do executions, because I would like to get like more health and stuff like that, because a lot of the times it seems like it doesn't make that much of a difference. Wow, I just tossed that dude on top of some bombs. That was a nasty accident that happened. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Keep going. The game
Yo,
is
DJ,
open.
spin that wheel. Now, you will notice that whenever I hit enemies, there's like lightning jumping in between them. That is from the spirit that I have bound to my character, which is that battle mage that keeps flirting with me. When we get to the point where I will show you the upgrades and stuff, I will also show you the other spirits that I could have bounded to my character. It just seems like the mage was the best, because essentially what it does, it gives me a chance on every hit that I get like a lightning proc, and you guys can see that I've been getting tons of lightning procs. Then it also gives you a chance that those lightnings chain onto other enemies, so yeah, it seems to be the best one. The other ones are more based around cooperation, and since I'm playing solo right now, I didn't really have a time to test out the co-op, because I am playing ahead of release on this title. Yeah, there's that. So let's keep going through here. We got one more wheel turn and we should be good to go.
They're free! Wait, the soldier. He didn't make it.
I'd die for you, baby.
Then let's get Shatterjack. With him gone, we can close the Shadow Cage for good.
Looks like the boss for this particular level is going to be Shatterjack, whoever that is. I'd very much like to pick up a potion, but I don't think you can actually pick up potions. Usually it seems to me that you get 2 potions at the start of each level, depending on the level of your character, because I believe that eventually you will be able to get more than 2 potions. But after you get those 2 potions, that's all you're going to get for the duration of an entire level. Oh yeah, I forgot that it seems I'm knocking enemies over now with my dodge, which is pretty cool. Hello. Execute. Shield bash. Kill this dude. Hack these guys to pieces. Execution. Smack. Let's pick up some health. Hello. Man, this L1 skill is really weak sauce. I need to go back to using the Leech Swarm. Leech Swarm was really good because it was another ability that I was using with this character, and it allowed me to essentially leech health from my enemies. So yeah, there's that. No enemies around here. You can't really move the camera at all. You just have access to your character like this. Every now and then the camera will change perspective to show different things in the level. When you see this particular mark, it means that you're about to face the boss, the level's boss. Enter the circle to proceed.
There he is, Shatterjack. Please be careful. He's taken so many lives, I can't handle him getting you too.
Shatterjack, do your worst!
Oh, I can't watch.
So, something that is actually pretty decent up until this point has been the boss fights. The boss fights usually require you to do different things, like, well, obviously you will have to dodge their attacks, but I recently had a boss fight against Fire Elemental. That particular boss fight, I had to constantly interrupt him. This attack is also interruptible. You probably can interrupt it with bash. You can see the interruptible attacks when they have the, what the hell?
Light. Whatever. You just won't win.
Oh crap, no! Yeah, these are the kinds of attacks that I think you're supposed to be able to interrupt. What the hell is it with those, beetles? Explosive beetles? Oh, nasty. And here comes another one of those AoE attacks. Those hit screen wide, which is obviously a problem. What the hell? How am I supposed to stop that? I thought you were supposed to interrupt those with bash. Okay, yeah, I did interrupt it with bash. Well, not this time, though. Yep, I have no idea how to interrupt that particular attack, and I got smashed.
Jack, please be careful. He's taken so many lives, I can't handle him getting you too.
I remember that in the Fire Elemental, you had to interrupt his ability in order to actually be able to proceed through the fight.
Shatterjack, do your
So there's got to be a way to interrupt Shatterjack's AoE attack for sure. So that, you're able to interrupt it. Oh, let's get through here, give him a little bit of the L1.
match Shatterjack's blight, blight, whatever. You just won't win.
Yep, there's no interrupting that. Oh wait, we got these pillars here. We can probably use those to break line of sight. I'm assuming I'll have to test that. Next time he goes for another AoE attack. Here it comes. Yep, pretty sure that's it. Yeah, okay. You have to use the pillars to break line of sight. As you can see, like every boss has like a kind of a little bit of an AoE. Not an AoE. What I mean is a little bit of a unique mechanic to it that is going to tell you to do different things. Did he switch places? Yeah, he did. Looks like he switched back to his initial.
Hail in embarrassment to Shatterjacks.
He switched back to his initial moveset where he does the charges and the laser thing that you can interrupt. Where's he going now? Okay, there's another laser attack. Oops, very dangerous.
You will lose, you loser, loser.
Yeah, about that. Perfect. Dodging another attack there. Get the boss as much as you can. Stay away from those explosive thingies. And we've killed Shatterjack. And our armor was enhanced to level 2.
Did it. The Ashen Empire will never enslave another innocent. That's heavy.
Ah! No! 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 I will rip you into microbes! You will yet face the wrath of Septic!
Yeah, the Wrath of Septic. Anyways, at the end of each boss fight, as you guys probably seen, there's going to be a lot of gold that's going to be dropped around because, like I told you guys, gold is the most important thing that you have in this title because it does allow you to progress further, and then there's a circle for you to exit mission. All of these circles and stuff, this is just designed, in my opinion, to get for the co-op thing, because you need to have all 4 people in here, everybody needs to press triangle, all that stuff, so that someone doesn't exit the mission ahead of time. The co-op is also drop in, drop out, so you can join your friends at any point in time. As a matter of fact, I believe that even as I'm playing right now, the game is maintaining an open room so that people can just join in, but obviously at this point in time, nobody else has access to the title, so nobody else can join in on my session here. But let's have a look at the character now. You'll notice that the armor changed. This is the only time the armor changed, when it actually gets enhanced and stuff by you simply leveling up. You don't actually acquire armor, you don't actually acquire weapons, they just are given to you as you level up. So in order for you to customize your character, you just press the start button when you are at this this section of the game. And when you go to your character, you have access to an item shop. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the point of the item shop is because I haven't unlocked every single item, but these 2 items, like the energy totem and the health potions, I already have as much as I can have, and I always have maximum of them at the start of every quest. So I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of the item shop is as of yet. If we go into skills and equipment, you can go to combat arts, which are essentially those 2 special attacks that you have access to. I can switch those. I can have Heaving Earth. Right now I was using Poison Sweep. I'm going to be switching to Leech Swarm. You just press square and that is going to switch the ability for your L1. Then for the R1, which is the heavy ability, I'm using Earthquake because I really enjoyed it, but there's another one called Crystal Rupture, which I can purchase. You can see it costs 500 gold, and I currently have 2,884 gold. So I could purchase this, and you don't just buy the skill, you also can upgrade it. Like, for instance, You go into Earthquake, and you can see that I've already put 1 upgrade point into Friend of the Land, which is going to reduce the energy cost to cast Earthquake, and it is also going to increase its damage by 10%. You can also undo that so that you can like freely respec. It seems doesn't seem to be much of an issue. When I get to level 13, I'll be able to further increase the damage. Then I can also do movement speed increased by 40%, Earth Guard. You have an upgrade path for each of your abilities. Same thing for Poison Sweep, like reduced energy cost reduced by 25, no escape, forward range increased. You have this kind of thing for every single skill available. I don't have access to all the skills yet, obviously, because I'm not at max level, not even close. We're still kind of like at the start of the game. We have Thorn Trap, which I'm not even sure what that is, and we have a special co-op skill called the Battle Prayer, which I don't really know how you do that because I've only played single player so far. A life link that is created between the Ankarian and an ally, which reduces all incoming damage by 50%, shares the damage, and increases the health gain from health orbs by 100% for both players. So obviously each character is going to have different support skills for playing co-op, which again just points to the fact that I've been repeating over and over. This game is designed essentially for co-op. Now there's 2 defensive moves that you can have. You can have either block or dodge. Right now I'm using dodge. You can also purchase block for 750 gold. It's just I've been saving my gold, and to be honest, I'd rather dodge stuff as opposed to blocking it, since blocking only reduces the damage by 70%, whereas dodging essentially negates the entirety of the damage. Then you can also increase the power of your execution. Eventually I'm going to gain energy when I perform executions, so there's going to be more of an incentive to actually do executions. And even reviving, something as simple as reviving, has like an upgrade tree so that you can revive people faster. You can regenerate 66 of your health when you are being revived. There's a ton of stuff that you can do to your character. But again, this is all done in between missions, and it is all done through gold. Now, in terms of gear, we currently have our armor at level 2, but we can't really get anything else for the armor yet. But eventually, at level 13, we will be able to, when we're under 20% health, health orbs will grant more health. So that is for the armor of this character. Other characters will have different upgrade paths, and so on and so forth. Currently, I have access to 3 weapons, but the Thorn of Ankaria has been my favorite. You can just switch weapons by pressing square, as you can see there. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to switch to the Ranger's Vigil just to see if it has a different moveset or something like that, but I doubt it. I haven't really tested it. And then there are the Weapon Spirits, of which I also told you guys about. The weapon spirit that I have right now is the Battle Mage, and if you guys notice here, it says attacks have a 20% chance to trigger Chain Lightning that jumps 4 times and inflicts 50% of the damage of an attack chain. If we go to other spirits like the Elf, health orbs grant party members 10% more health. Health orbs grant you 10% less health. So this is a completely just co-op spirit, just for support and nothing else. If we go to the Dryad, Elgoria was a Dryad that ended up in Ankarba. Attacks weaken the enemy, reducing the damage it is inflicted by its attacks by 10% for 3 seconds. Critical hit damage is reduced by 15%. Of course, I will be unlocking more spirits, and eventually they will level up, thus giving you more abilities, I'm assuming. I haven't really leveled up any of these spirits. I don't think that you can actually manually level them up. It just seems like they will eventually level up as you progress. The best spirit at this point in time, I would have to say, is the Battle Mage. That keeps flirting with me, so that is what I've stuck with. And that is essentially all of the upgrades that you can do to your character. Now just think that each of the characters, different skill trees, different effects on each of the skills, so there is somewhat of customization in your gameplay style, but there's not a lot of character customization in terms of like actually changing the way your character looks or anything like that. Now let's go ahead and just do another mission so that you guys can see a different kind of mission. The Lost Catacombs. This, I believe, is an arena type mission, which is essentially waves will spawn and you will just have to take care of those waves and kill them. So these are the 3 different types of missions that you have. There's this one, there's another mission which is just like kill all of the enemies, and there's one of those missions which are kind of scripted that have different objectives and so on and so forth. The arena fight is just survive 5 waves. So essentially the moveset is the same from the weapon, which is something that I was curious about. It's just the other weapon right now is better because it is upgraded. It's got something that the third attack would actually toss a spear against people, whereas this weapon isn't really doing anything that is that useful. Also, you might have noticed that something popped up on screen then. That is because you use your right stick to select which item you want to have selected for use.
That's how you do it. But you're gonna need to do it again.
Oops, I just pressed the D-pad and healed myself by mistake. At the end of each wave, they will also grant you gold for this particular gameplay type. And you're obviously also getting experience as you play through it, so there's that. Kill these dudes, kill these dudes. Got an execution over there. I'm just trying to get used to doing executions because it does seem like they're will be rather important. Aw, damn it, I missed an execution there. So, overall, I mean, this game is decent. I would not necessarily say that this game is amazing by any stretch, particularly the PlayStation 3 version, because it seems like it's not properly optimized with some heavy frame drops here and there, and it just doesn't seem to me like the game should be having those frame drops if you take into consideration that the graphics aren't that impressive to begin with. They don't look bad. I actually like the art style. I think the art style looks pretty good. And yeah, it's just about whether or not you've enjoyed the gameplay that you've seen. But imagine this with more players. I believe that is going to be a big factor in people's decisions whether or not you can play with your friends, because without playing with your friends, I'm not entirely sure that a lot of people are really going to enjoy it all that much. But that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. And it's still a solid title. It's just fairly basic. It's not very complex. We got 2 more waves to go, and then I'm probably going to call it a video. However, it does seem to have quite a bit of content in terms of the amount of levels that you will have to do before you get to the end. But again, it does have the issue of repetition. There is quite a bit of repetition, and the highlight of the game is the boss fights, as far as I can tell. Up until this point, it's been the most fun that I've had, like figuring out the bosses and taking out bosses. But then again, it's like every other game of this kind. Usually the bosses are some of the highlights. Let's get in there, get a little bit of execution going on. We got another spirit there. Let's do our leech swarm.
Pick up the rewards and get ready for more.
Always remember to pick up your rewards at the end of each wave when you're doing an arena mission. Very important. Lots of gold spread out all over the place. And eventually, more enemies pop up. You slaughter a bunch of more dudes. And that's that. But as I told you guys at the start of the video, I would very much advise you to play on the higher levels of difficulty, because, I mean, if you're not having to focus on commentary, like going through these guys is like worm knife through butter, to be completely honest. Oh, wow. Got some wrestling moves, the dude over there. Let's dodge that. Dodge through that as well. Where are you going? Oh, missed that dodge there. Need to pick up some more of the energy orbs even, so that I can get some more of my special attacks up. But doesn't seem like there's any energy orbs around. Well, that kind of sucks. Although I do believe that this particular weapon leeches energy. Oh no, it doesn't, because I didn't do the upgrade. But it's got an upgrade path that allows you to make it leech energy. Wow, this guy's stun lasts like for hours. Stun locks for days, yo. Let's go ahead and get a couple of leech swarms in there so that we can heal up. Those leech swarms can not only heal you, but also heal your allies, which is pretty good. Through here, which again is just like, it seems that every other skill has like a secondary function to it that benefits co-op play. So I'm just hoping that the monsters also scale when it gets to co-op, because I didn't really have a chance to try that out, but I would assume they do, because Otherwise, it would just be way too easy. Power move. Which again, doesn't make a lot of sense doing this particular power move because it's just restrain. I think the power move also seems to be associated to the spirit, considering that the spirit always makes a comment when you perform the power move. Hello. Have a little bit more leech swarm there. And a little bit more. And we're out of our earthquake thing. Normal attacks and boosh!
Great job.
And we've gotten a new thing, which is a protection aura. What the hell does that do? Well, I'm assuming we can only use that once. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I don't know how long that lasts. Yeah, that'd be pretty useful in a tight pinch, particularly if you're playing co-op once again, because it does AoE. Yeah, that is going to be it for this video. As per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.